And welcome to another week of Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to as the seasons are wrapping up. We'll head out to Statesboro High and talk to head coach Jeff Kaiser as the Blue Devils are wrapping up spring drills this week. They'll have their scrimmage game with Windsor Forest taking place at 7 o'clock at Walmart Field coming up on Wednesday. Admission is $7 for that. We'll talk to Coach Kaiser and hear how things are going for the Blue Devils in a little bit. We'll also go out for some high school signings, plenty to get to. We've got Georgia Premier Academy with 7. We also have one over at Bulloch Academy. So we'll get to all of that. And we'll also check in with the Georgia Southern golf team as they get the Sun Belt tournament or rather the NCAA Regional tournament underway this week. They already had the Sun Belt championships. And as for the Georgia Southern baseball team, congrats to them. They sweep this past weekend, and with that, they are now 1 game up over their competition and still in first place in the Eastern Division. Their magic number is now 2. If the Eagles win 2 out of 3 this weekend in their final series of the year against Georgia State, they will be the Sun Belt Eastern Division champions. There's a lot of other things if they were only to win 1 or even if they were to get swept, in which they could still end up as the number 1 seed. But if they take care of business and win at least 2 out of 3, they will be the Eastern Division champs in the Sun Belt tournament, which takes place the following week. And that will be taking place up in Coastal Carolina. All right, so plenty to get to. We'll get to coming up next. We'll hear from the Georgia Southern golfers and their head coach, Carter Collins, as they get set for the NCAA Regionals over in California. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888. or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, it's been a heck of a season for the Georgia Southern golf team, especially individually, where Stephen Fisk set plenty of Eagle records this season, but they did just barely get into the tournament. The big thing is the NCAA Regionals beginning this week, and the Georgia Southern Eagles are a part of it. They're heading out west. We had a chance to talk with head coach and some of the players about getting things underway.
NCAA Regionals and being back in the mix?
We're excited. We know how hard it is to earn your way to NCAA Regionals, and it took a heck of a year for us to do it this year. We're one of the few mid-majors in the whole country to be able to get an at-large bid to Regionals, so we have appreciation for what we've been able to accomplish this year, but we also understand there's a lot to accomplish ahead of us, and we're looking forward to the challenge. It's what we want. You know, we faced a very tough schedule this year in the regular season to prepare us for this moment. So the team that's going has seen the best all year. We've beat a lot of these teams that we're facing already this year, so we've got a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum in our favor, and again, these are the moments that we want. You never know, because it's all based on rankings, and you know that's computed by things that are way smarter than me. So we just wanted to play our best golf at conference, and I thought we did that. We put together one of the best rounds in program history. to secure our spot in match play, and we played very well in match play. It just didn't work out. Match play is kind of a coin flip sometimes, and that one went against us. But overall, our focus at conference was not regionals. Our focus at conference was just conference, and I thought we handled the expectations and pressure very well and played some of our best golf of the year, if not our best golf. We won't approach it any differently. We're going out there to get the same amount of practice time that we have for every tournament that we participated in this year. We're going to prepare for this golf course as if it's brand new to us, which it is, like a lot of the courses we've seen this year. So again, everything we've done so far this year during regular season has prepared us very well for this moment in the postseason, and we're going to treat it just like any other tournament.
Yeah, I think regionals will be a lot of fun. Get to go all the way out to California, and I think the squad that we have going is playing really well right now. Obviously, conference didn't go as we planned, but we still played some really good golf, and I think the best is yet to come.
Talk about it. You're one of the the big time leaders there, and a lot of youth in this program right now. As you get ready to leave the Georgia Southern Golf Program, where do you think the program is?
I think the program's going to be fine once I'm gone. All the young guys that we have are perfectly capable of not just picking up slack once I'm gone, but having an even better and an even deeper team as they get older and they mature.
Talk about last time that you went to the NCAAs. You went as an individual. What was that? A couple years ago in Florida, correct? Now you're going with the entire team. Does that make it a little bit more special that the entire group is going and you're going to represent, Georgia Southern as the squad?
Yeah, absolutely. Regionals by myself was a little bit different. Obviously, it'd be a lot better if the team were there, and thankfully this year we have that opportunity. And for this to be my last couple of events, it'll be really nice to have everybody there.
Your mindset going into it, I know, it's been a long grind. You've battled through some adversity and everything else. Your mindset going into the Stanford Regional?
Just go out there and play the best that I can. There's really nothing else I can do. I can't control what anybody else does. The only thing I can do is set up a game plan that fits me the best and stay as patient as possible and see where it stacks up.
So that gets underway this week. We'll let you know how the Eagles do, and we'll have some highlights and interviews for you from out west coming up next week. Stay with us. Up next, we'll head out to the football gridiron as the Statesboro High Blue Devils continue spring practice.
What does it mean to have financial freedom?
At Queensboro Wealth Management, we're helping people figure that out
and giving them a plan to get there.
If you have a desire to take control of your finances and live with financial purpose,
we will use every bit of our knowledge to help you.
And there's no cost to get started.
Download a free kit from our website, then give any of us a call. QWM is Queensboro Wealth Management. Let's begin today.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy. In-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests and ultrasounds, in-house lab. And introducing our new nurse practitioner, Melissa Beasley, as we now accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care. Well, the Statesboro Blue Devil football players a little more spring in their step this season as they get spring practice underway after coming off being the number 3 seed in the region and making it to the state, where they gave Griffin quite a scare before finally losing 19-13. Coach Kaiser with over 120 players out for this spring, and he says things are going pretty well. The Statesboro football team on the field this week as they continue spring football practice. They'll wrap things up May 15th with a scrimmage game at home against Windsor Forest at 7 o'clock.
You can do so much in the summertime. A lot of smaller schools, smaller in classification, elect not to have spring practice. And if you do that, you're allowed to have 2 preseason scrimmages. But if you have spring practice, you only have 1. Now, being a routine guy. I've always done spring practice and don't know if I'd be able to sleep at night if I didn't. We almost didn't have it this year, but decided to have it and have a spring game. But you get your kids back involved in football, get them back in the groove of being with their team, their teammates, the pace, the intensity, coaching the kids up hard. The thing you have to hope the good Lord takes care of you in the injury categories. You don't want to lose a kid to injury in spring practice. It's been great so far. We've working quick. We've shortened the amount of time we're on the grass. Biggest reason why is we're struggling in the depth department. Defensively, we feel pretty good about the first 11 we can put out there, but we got to find people behind them. Offensively, we're doing some good things. We got 3 big holes to fill on our offensive line. We lost guys to graduation, but today marked a dramatic improvement from the 2 practices we had last week. So we're excited. We're finding out a lot about our kids. Some of our young kids are finding out that football might not be for them. So we've lost a few kids to attrition even over the last week. Where our numbers are still good. We're still upwards of 120 kids. So it's been positive so far. We're just trying to create some depth.
How big was making it to the state playoffs last year?
It's big. I think the difference in year one, our first year, had a great group of kids. But toward the end of the season, we got bogged down. And losing does that to you. And then a year later when we play a nail biter against Griffin in round 1, those kids were devastated when it was over. They didn't want it to be over. So they were hungry to come back, and hope we can build on that.
And a reminder that they'll be wrapping things up for the spring on Wednesday at Womack Field with a game against Windsor Forest. Scrimmage game will begin at 7 o'clock. Admission is $7 for that game. All right, stay with us. We'll head to some signings coming up next. Come visit us locally here in Statesboro at Piedmont Loop beside Walmart.
At Badcock, no credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
Well, some high school baseball players over at Georgia Premier Academy deciding where they'll be going to college. Meanwhile, over at Bulloch Academy, Ty Mingle getting set to play football over at Albany State. Georgia Premier Academy, the site for student athletes signing national letters of intent to play baseball in college. Wednesday afternoon, 7 more members of Georgia Premier signed to attend a number of different schools.
Our mission statement is faith, education, and athletics. We spend a lot of time with these young men working on the spiritual side of their lives and helping them understand their relationship with God. They come here for baseball, but we spend a lot of time on their education, preparing them for college. And then, of course, the baseball side of things is what brings them here. But we spend a lot of time on their spiritual side and on the education.
And if people wanted more information, get in touch with you.
Yeah, if you want to learn more about Georgia Premier Academy, we have a website with a wealth of information on it, contact information on our website, www.georgiapremieracademy.com. We also have a big Facebook page, Georgia Premier Academy, on Facebook, and we do a lot of reporting there about our athletes and the different programs that we have. Great. We're extremely proud of these young men. Some of these young men have been in the program for 3 years. They're all extremely hard-working ball players. Our program is not an easy program. It's very intense. Monday through Friday, these guys train from 1 to 6 every day. So it's not hard. They do a lot of physical training. We do a lot of strength training, agility. So we're helping kids get bigger, faster, stronger. Then we spend quite a bit of time working on individual skills, and then before we go into team play. So these guys have worked very hard, and they're all very deserving of the accomplishments that they've made over the year and their success in signing a college scholarship. Well, we're very proud of the success rate we've had here. In the 2 years that we've been here, virtually every kid that has graduated from our program has ended up with a college scholarship. So we're very proud of the fact that these young men have succeeded. All of them have had a chance to play at the next level.
The past 2 years have been just nonstop practice, 1 to 6, and every day, like even during the summer, 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock, just a long, slow grind every day, but it all paid off in the end. Well, the past 2 years, it's been a long 2 years. I've been in school, and being able to find a school with my major played a big role in it, and by Brian having civil engineering and a good baseball program, that's really what drove me towards going.
I'm excited, and I felt like it was a fairly easy decision to pick Kaiser because I went down there in December, and I talked to the coaches, and it just seemed like it fit well, and I could develop really good as a player. And I'm just thankful for Georgia Premier and everything they've done for me.
Bulloch Academy, the site once again for a National Signing Day commit. This week, running back Ty Mingle signed to play football at Albany State this fall.
I'm just blessed. When I went on campus, it felt like home, so I had to take the best opportunity for me, and because I wanted to make a 40-year decision and not just a 4. So nice school, pretty good at football, pretty quiet little town, so it's just like Statesboro, just a little bigger than Statesboro, but it's pretty much similar. Great people, great team. When I went to visit, they all treated me like a brother and family, so.
And some more signings going on this week. There's 3 going on Thursday at Southeast Bulloch. We'll have their signings for you next week. Now to wrap things up for now, we thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.